Good afternoon, everybody. I'm back in the kitchen again today. I made a big blueberry crumble earlier today. I can let you see what that looks like. I made this morning. I'm going to be taking this to somebody today. I try to make stuff to take to the men's shelter every once in a while. And but a while ago I had a picture of cherry pie filling up on here. And we're going to be making some chocolate covered cherry brownies today. That's what we're making. So I'm going to, well, what do I do with my, I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached, you all. This is Betty Crocker brownies. I think any kind of brownie mix will work. And you're going to need two containers of it. So that's what I'm using. And I may have a hard time stirring this up. I don't know. And then we're going to need 1 can of cherry pie filling. And my Aldi's cherry pie filling, the cherries are never red and pretty like the others. So I'm going to put that one in here. We're going to need 2 cans of pie filling. So this one I'm going to put inside. Because these cherries are always lighter colored. And I don't know why. Maybe the kind of cherry they use. I know the ones I get from the Amish, the fresh cherries are a lighter color. It just means they don't have a lot of food coloring in them, I guess. And then we're going to put in 1/2 cup. Oh gosh. My oil is stuck. 1/2 cup of oil. Get my hands cleaned off here. Just a second. I needed to clean up the oil. I kind of spilled the oil there on my counter, so I wanted to get that up. Now we're going to put 4 eggs in it. Well, somebody called, and it was a no-name caller, so it's just aggravating today. They've been aggravating me to death. I don't know how they are with you all, but sometimes I get all these calls, and it's just, even though you block them, they still call back. I don't know how they do it, but anyway, it irritates me when I'm doing something and it messes it up. Now we're going to try to get all this mixed up, and I'm going to slowly stir. And I start with a smaller spoon. A lot of people think you got to have a big spoon to do this with. I can't control a big spoon like I can a smaller spoon. That's just me. And that's because I have, my right arm is weak. So I have to just do it the best way I can. Now I could have used the mixer, but it would have torn up all the cherries. So we don't want to tear up the cherries. This is a quick, it comes together pretty quick. Keep trying to get around the edges to make sure I've got it all. Now, we pretty much got it done. We like to set that right there. Pretty good. Now I need my spatula so I can get it out of the pan. And I've got a 9x13 pan here, and it's already been sprayed with oil. So I'm going to put it in there. I'm going to pour this in. And of course there is just a little bit in the bottom of that. I didn't get good. It's hard to get it all right mixed together. without having a little bit of it dry. Now, I'm going to spread this out a little bit. Kind of spread it over the pan. Try to even it out the best I can. Now, I'm going to take this last can of cherry pie filling and I'm going to kind of dollop it around over the top here. I can find me a good spoon. Let's see. We're just going to, I might have to help it just a little bit with my finger if I can't get it going where I want it to. We kind of want to get it all over the brownie. Sorry about the clanging noise, but there ain't much you can do about it. Now, where's my straw? I'm going to take my straw. I've got a big straw here, kind of pretty good size straw. It's pretty hot, sturdy. And I'm just going to go up and down this cake, right like this. And trying to stir this in just a little bit and get it now. Yummy, yummy. Now I'm going to put it in my oven that has been preheating to 350 degrees, and we're going to bake it at least 45 minutes or until it's done. But probably most of the time it's going to take about 45 minutes. So I'm going to put it in the oven and I'll let you see it when it comes out. We'll be right back. Okay guys, the chocolate covered cherry brownies has finally come out of the oven. Now, this is a double batch. This is 2 boxes of brownies, 2 cans of cherry pie filling. The recipe I looked at said, this is how you do it. And so I thought, well, I'm going to be taking a big batch of something today, so I want to make a bigger batch. It said to bake it 45 minutes. There's no way. It took a good hour for this to bake. So if you try this, you're going to bake it at least an hour, I think. Unless your oven's a lot different than mine. But if I was making this again, I'll tell you what I'd do. I would make up the brownie batter just like I did before. But I would put it out in 2 9x13 pans. And then take the extra can of pie filling and put half of it on one and half of it on the other. And bake it like that. I don't believe I would, this is good. I'm sure it'll be good. It's heavy. I'm sure this is okay, but this is a double batch, and I was wanting to make a bigger batch. And I want y'all to look at that though. That's a beautiful, beautiful, and tasty, tasty, tasty too. But that's just me. If you want to make this and you don't need a big double batch like this, make one can of cherries and put about 2/3 of your can of cherries in the batter and leave it a little bit to go on top. Or get you another can of cherries and dollop around on the top. I wouldn't, and you just cut this recipe in half. Use 1 box of brownie mix, 2 eggs, 1/4 cup oil, and a can of cherry pie filling. And it'll work fine. It'll work fine. So, well, I'm going to get off here, let y'all go, and make you some chocolate-covered cherry brownies. Try them if you like cherries, you like chocolate. You're probably going to love this. Be sure to like, share, and leave a comment. You know what? Everybody tells me they love my page because I put all the recipes on there for them. If I don't start getting better responses than I'm getting, I'm going to quit putting my recipes on or putting the recipe on because, I'm doing all the work. So, get with it, guys. Get with it. Talk to y'all later.